Okay, yeah, Tracy said she may have to bail. I may have to close windows too, Tracy. I've got these windows on the back porch open right now, and I can't keep those open. All our other windows are really cool. They're like prop windows. They put our windows in really quick. We'll get to business, but I have to tell you guys this because it took us like a while to figure out what they really did. So, you know, windows, normally if they're like a prop window, they open like this, right? Like they're together and they go like this and they open out. Well, they took those type of windows and put them like this. So they prop out like this, and it seems really silly, and it is most of the time, except for when it's raining, because we don't have to close them because the water, I know, right? But we don't get good airflow from them. Like they're okay, but they're not great. But it's literally like they did things like that in this house that we're just like, what exactly? What are you doing? All right, gonna read you guys real quick, and then we'll get started. You guys are all just talking about, yep. Weather, okay. So the first thing I want to focus on is all things April, because it's not done. We have 7 days. And I want to make sure that we're pushing April really strong. And I really want this meeting specifically, and a lot of these meetings with you guys, I want us to all just be talking. I don't want this to be the Danielle show or any of us leaders for that matter, you know, kind of telling you guys all the things. We, of course, are going to chime in. So I'm going to start a topic basically, and then you are all welcome to talk, use the chat, that kind of thing. Like we're going to hold each other accountable, and we're going to, you know, just try to get ideas off of each other. So I will start with the 7-day push, some focuses that we're going to put out today. I think I'm actually going to make events, first of all, and I'm going to base it off of whatever you guys tell me today, like right now. Instead of me just making the event, I'm going to base that really quick off of what you guys think. So for some of you, you're brand new, and this is going to be like, yeah, I don't know what we need to do right now. And that's totally cool, right? Like your listening ears are on, that's fine too. Things that we normally do on a 7-day push, just to give you an idea when you're at the end of the month. It's not too late to party. I'm going to be realistic also though, and you're not going to get a bunch of parties, right? But if you've got one that you're already starting and it's already going, like that doesn't mean you can't grab a couple more hosts though. That $10 deluxe utility tote, you know, give that one more push, right? Make sure that you have definitely pushed that if you haven't already, and give it one more post, one more little message to maybe some girls that were maybe thinking about partying, go live with it, that sort of thing. Because some people, Shannon would be a perfect example. When she first joined me, they can collect $500 in orders like that, right? Like they might not need the Facebook party either. So think about those people, the people who maybe have told you no for a party, but they've had a great party in the past, or you just know them, you know what they're capable of, how many people they work with maybe that they could get to order, whatever that looks like. The rain is starting here. So don't dismiss that there is time, but at the same time, I'm also a realist, and I know you're not going to book a bunch of parties with that. So instead, what that generally looks like is, how can we get a deluxe utility tote for $10, right? Where are you at with your orders for the month? Hopefully by now you've been busting out your parties, or they're at least starting. And now it's time for you to focus on the sale orders if you haven't already. And more specifically with the sale orders, I'm going to push bundles. I think Tracy's the one that ended up finding me a few photos for bundles. So we've got a few that I'll plop into that event. If anybody has any, I need them. If anybody loves making them, I need them. We need them to focus on, look at Shannon bouncing around in the truck. We need them, I know, I love it. We need them to focus on the sale items though. And whether or not it has an item in there for half off. So like, I'll give you an example. Maybe you've got, some garden items. You've got a large utility tote and the planter, the hoe, the little tiny hoe and the digger, and you know, something else in there from the sale, and then it qualifies from the $50. And then you've got the beautiful yellow wallet at half off in there, right? Like we can show them, those are great when it's just like, here's the bundle you want, right? Like, let's just buy it. And then there's also the choice of the ones that tell them, you get anything at half off. So buy this bundle, and now you get to go get your Cindy tote or your purse or your wallet or your Fresh Market thermal or whatever the heck you want at half off, right? So, oh, let Tammy in. I don't see her. She must have quit. She must have quit trying. Tell her she's got to try again. She's got to stay there. Whoever, thank you. Whoever's trying to message her. Oh, there she is. She's back. Got her. So that's idea number one. because we have a sale, obviously we want to push the sale, but I'd really like to focus on bundles. And so I want you guys to think bigger. The other thing I want you to start thinking right now, even though some of your ladies have not qualified, some of you don't have great recruits, some of you have recruits that are sleeping, some of them have not done their launches yet. But I want you to still, all of you, start thinking like a leader, and remember that this is how you want to start showing you up as a leader as well. So not only is this what we want to do, but how our goal today, whenever we're thinking about things, is how simple can we be for our teams, right? And you all have those future teams. So the other thing when there's not a sale that we try to do is just focus on an item. Meaning, like, how many large utility totes can you sell? And there's graphics out there for that, right? Like, how many large utility totes does it take to get to the $500 level? And so you can do a bulk order where they're coming to you for free shipping, or you can do your own little shipping deal. You don't have to do shipping at all. I'm just giving ideas, right? But the idea is you can give them the discounted price. You can say, if I get 10 of these, this is how much they cost. Because you go in and you put it in and it shows, and you do the math of like how many of them got half off, right? So you can give the discounted, you cannot. There's all kinds of options. You can just say, I am trying to sell this many large utility totes. And as long as they have it in their order, boom, it counts, right? And you're hoping they're buying more than just a large utility tote. So that's another focus. I don't think I personally want to do that this month because we have the sale. So I feel like we're set up for the sale. But I'm open for what you guys think, and I'm open for any other pushes. With that, you can do your party as a mystery host. That's another option. And I'm just going to open the floor. So I'll let maybe Tracy and Shannon go first while everybody else is still kind of thinking, unless everybody's got a pressing idea. I'll let Tracy and Shannon speak to that if they've got anything to add for the last 7-day push, just focusing on, we're going to get to the recruiting side of it soon with the dollar enrollment and all of that, that I know most of you, I think all of you on here, yes, all of you have messaged me and you all know about it. But first I want to just focus on April Strong and what we can do there. So Shannon or Tracy, do you have anything else to add to that? Shannon, I see you got unmuted. Yep, go for it.
Well, I'm personally doing the top 10 products that JP did in her lineage page. I've got one girl starting that on Thursday, so we're going to do a 2-day party Thursday and Friday right before the month ends. And then I just sent out an email right before I got on here to my whole back office. So I sent that out talking about, well, I still have a kit to give away yet this month because of the Punta Cana trip. So I mentioned that, I mentioned the sale. And then I also mentioned to anybody that wanted to get not the large, but the deluxe utility tote free. I'm going to give it to them free if they do the 2-day party and hit the $500 in sales. So I'm offering that also. Just to try to get my own personal sales.
Really quick math on that, you guys, for those of you that hate math, like, you know, I am all about not giving away the bank, but if they are going to pull off a $500 party for you in a couple of days, that's $125 for you. I will gladly give away a $10 deluxe utility tote all day long to get that last minute, right? So just to kind of give you an idea with that normally I would say, you know, that's up to you what you want to do with that $10 deluxe utility tote, but for them to get it, they have to have a $500 party. So it's so worth it. Keep going, Shannon.
Right. So that's actually what I'm doing myself because I have not reached my personal PV goal that I want for this month. I do have a couple girls that need more sales. I got one that's interested in more bookings. So I'm actually texting her later today after this Zoom call because I wanted to see what else we were going to do so I can offer it to her. I took the post that JP had. There's another girl that posted in the lineage page. She's got the party already set up with the 10 different products in the post party, right? For the top 10 party. So I went ahead and already uploaded all of that information into SendShare. So I can try to share that broadcast, but SendShare code. If anybody wants to try to do that party, I can try to send it to you if you're using SendShare.
Yep.
You just have to tweak it with your info.
Let's put that right in the event. If that's okay. I'm going to make a 7-day push event. I'm just going to call it literally something like that. So that way we all have it. And then it's buffet for anybody else on the team that may jump on and do it too. If that's okay, Shannon.
Okay, yeah, I might have to have you remind me how to do that. I send that code. I think I know, but I'll try to copy and paste that and put it into that event then.
If you
So,
can, I have that video that I made that
I know you
shows
do, but it's super long and I only need like
know
5-second part of it.
it's a 12-minute video. We need to know exactly where it shows. I know. Okay, love it, Shannon. Thank you. It reminded me that I don't know if you guys saw this one. Gosh, her name is similar to mine, and it's like Danielle Land. Danielle, has anybody seen her party? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? She shared an Earth Day party. And I know Earth Day is over, but like, who doesn't love all the time trying to help our planet? And especially because it's really, really good. And no, it wasn't Dixieland Shauna, but yes, it's a weird one. It's Danielle Land Shauna. Yeah, that's her. It's not Dixieland, it's Danielle Land, isn't it? I don't know. Something like
her
that.
and her husband share a page. I think her and her husband.
Okay, and that's why it's a different name.
Danielle and Shauna. Yeah.
Well, it's in Sincere ready to go too. So I put a note for myself. It's a great one that you could even just spread out in your customer group if you wanted. Like if you didn't want to just use it as a party, you could just focus on a couple of weeks of like saving the planet, right? Like just some type of Earth month, Earth week, Earth theme. It's a really great party. She kind of based it off of Terry's party and kind of made it her own. And it looks really clean and really good. So I'll share that in there too, because even if that's not a 7-day push, I think that's a great, I mean, some people you could bust this out this week. That could be your theme for your mystery host. You could do the Earth Day alongside of the sale, right? Like gardening, sale, Earth Day. I think that goes beautiful together. All right. Thank you, Shannon. Tracy, did you have anything else to share?
Well, I'm basically doing the same thing that Shannon is. I have a mystery hostess party open, and if we got to 500, I was gonna run a raffle or like do a drawing for all the hostess in there, and one of them gets free deluxe utility tote. I have my own party open. That's a fundraiser. I mean, we're just keep going. I just keep doing that. And then I'm trying to remember what else. I like the sale item bundles. I think that's a really good idea. It's hard to do. I've got a challenge to sell 20 LUTs. I just had one of those. So I don't want to do those every month. I don't want to burn my VIP group out. So I just kind of keep pushing along with that. But Shannon and I are pretty much, we're peas in a pod.
Yeah, for sure. But no, it's all good. We did not. So Shannon, Tracy gave me a few, and then I have a few that I had gathered. I didn't send you guys this way yet, that I found that are what I was talking about, where you get to pick the 50% off. I think we have enough though, because so for those of you that are newer and those of you that are older, you'll know what I'm talking about. You remember, but I really loved it when you used to only have to have 2 actual graphics full of bundles. And on one graphic, it would have 4 bundles, A, B, C, D, E. And on the other one, it would have F, G, H, I. And so you're only sending 2, but you're sending them 8 things to look at. And then you have those 8 ones all in their singles back in your back pocket, right? So you're ready. So you're asking them, which ones would you like? Which ones can I tell you more about? So this is the easiest way. Like I have some amazing deals. I have 8 deals I want to show you right now, right? And so you're shopping for them and you're just giving them these. So this is what we're trying to set up for you guys, just so you know. We're trying to gather bundles and then make these 2 graphics. Basically, they're not going to be super fancy and pretty because I'm not great at it, but I can throw anything to pick collage, right? Or someone can do Canva or something. So that's going to be the idea there, if that makes sense. So yes, that's where we're at, Shannon. I think we're pretty close to those 8, or at least if we have 2 styles, even like one full of as many of the ones that just show like these are ready to go. You get to just pick your prints, or not necessarily. You don't pick your prints for your sale items, but you get to pick your print for your half off. But these say you get to pick anything half off. So, all right. So now I'm going to look at the chat, and I'm also want to open it up to anything else that anybody wants to add that they think is a great push for the last 7 days. Let's see. Ashley said, I've done the mystery hostess, 20 totes to sell. Yep. Nobody will grab. I don't have any future parties right now either. Yep. So another thing that I want to tap into that Tracy said that I want you guys to think about. I too never have luck with mystery hostesses, you guys, like at those parties. And I know a lot of you, I've heard you say like you get frustrated with those. I think it's just like some people do, some people don't. Shannon seems to do pretty good with those usually. She can usually get orders from those. What I have a bigger push with, and I think Tracy does too, and she messaged, is if I say all of these orders are, I'm doing, it's a fundraiser. All of these are going to Humane Society, or all of these are going to this person that I know their house just burnt down. And so I am just gifting these, right? So this isn't a fundraiser where it's an actual party that you have, right? And they're inviting all the guests. This is you doing this in your VIP customer group and in the messaging you're doing. And people tend to jump on board and go, oh yeah, I could use a new wallet right now. I do need a large utility tote, right? And they know like it's a win-win. And some love the sales, some love just to, or the prize. They love to do the mystery hostess. So it's one of those things you got to play around with. I think Tracy said it, or Shannon, or one of them said it best, when you can't do the same thing every month. Like if you just got done doing a mystery hostess too, then it's time to do a fundraiser. If you just got done doing a fundraiser, then maybe it is time to do a mystery hostess and give it away. If it's time that you just need product and it needs to be your party, that is okay too. If you're just like, dang it, I don't have enough product because I didn't earn all the incentives for spring or whatever that looks like, right? Like, don't be afraid for that either. It's okay. I think you've got to vary it is really key. Okay, keep scrolling. 5 questions in your VIP group. Yeah. Good one, Tammy. For anybody that hasn't done those recently, that is a great one. And honestly, depending on how many people are in your group, you can do that every month, because every month for me, mine is starting to be different people that participate. And I think sometimes it's based off of the part who got added in there from the recent parties. Made some graphics for booking for May, show later for Ashley. Perfect. We're going to talk about May, and yes. Try to do a book to look for May with summer capsule and no bites. Yes, that's another way to get parties booked right now for sure, is trying to get, so keeping May still that summer reveal. And we're going to get to that, but keeping that kind of secret and trying to get a book to look basically. Direct message just to you. Oh, this is to me. Wait, I know. Last week, they just said aggressive. Do the ladies in here all know about the sale? They don't yet. And I'm going to tell them about that, Gresha. I see your message, but I am going to. They're going to be the first to hear about it. You need to do one. It's been a year. And then Ashley, yes, ask a question. Go ahead. Go. You don't have to ask. Always, anytime, ladies. You've got the floor whenever you want.
Okay, I just didn't want to talk live.
Nope.
I have a vendor show coming up June 25th. I don't have a lot of product on hand. I know it's pushing more towards getting the bookings, getting my name out there, but what do I do if I don't have the product on hand to show them? I do know I have a local lady that used to be a consultant, and she has a lot of product, but she's currently trying to sell it. And I said, whatever you don't sell, can I please use it? And if I can get rid of it for you, I will. I'm just trying to get my name out there. But if that doesn't work for me with getting her product to at least show, what do you recommend I do?
Couple of things. So first off, the easiest route, where is your vendor event?
Right here in town. It's called Riverfest in Linden.
Okay. Worst case scenario, you can borrow from me at any time. I have lots. But ideally you want product too, right? So my number one suggestion, and I'll open the floor for other people, besides we just talked about mystery hostess, but it looks like you've tried, instead of doing the mystery hostess, like you actually being the hostess. But I get it. Like you've tapped into your people a lot. You're more focused on trying to get parties than you are, than getting those sales. I get it. My biggest suggestion between now and then would be to book some fundraisers. Work your booty off to get some fundraisers, because then you are going to get the free product. You're going to give the commissions to them. So that's another thing to try to do.
I'm still learning fundraisers.
Yep, and that's okay. Yep, you've got time. It's not till June 25th, so this is a perfect time for you to start thinking about that also. That's how I get a lot of my free product, is that I'm the host then, and then but I'm giving them their commissions. But when we get closer, please just remind me, and you absolutely can borrow stuff. You're close enough to me, so there's an advantage you have.
Very
absolutely.
I can't guarantee that she will pull through let me use whatever she has, and she's got a ton, but I don't want to. I know with you'll definitely make sure I'm covered. With her, I can't fully guarantee it. So I want to be.
And Gresha
active.
just made the point too, like you don't need a ton either, because you still really want to focus on just booking and selling when you're there too. So even just showing the items from the kit is like enough, right? Or if there is I don't know, I don't remember what June's, I think they may have hinted at it. I don't remember what June's booking, or July even at that point. If you're not until June 25th, at that point, you're going to want to make sure that you're focused on July bookings. And so whatever July's host special is, we want to make sure you have that too, right? Like we want, if you can, right? Like that's the type of thing that you want to try to get too. So don't overthink it and sweat it, because honestly, a vendor event is all about you. It's about you talking and being personal and doing all the stuff too. But I get it. You don't want to go with nothing. Like I totally get that too. And you don't want to go with all old stuff and just, it puts a damper on how you feel about it. So, okay. What do we got? Oh yeah, see somebody saying they have the whole Izzy, right? She's got the whole goal getter kit for you. Perfect, Izzy, thank you. Because I don't have a kit to its T, so that's perfect too.
Neither do I.
Gresha looks like she gave you a few great tips too, so go ahead, make sure you read those too. Okay, anything else on our 7-day push? Lisa, go for it.
I have a couple questions that Shannon brought up.
Yep.
The top 10 products. I'm kind of new, so I just want to ask the top 10 products, the 2-day party, and where are we getting all these graphics?
Shannon, you want to answer or me?
They have to be, I posted it in the lineage page, where to go to actually watch the live video by JP. And then there is a party that's posted in there that shows you all the different posts where you can copy and paste those into your Facebook scheduler, or you can upload them yourself into SidShare to schedule a party. It's got all the graphics and everything there. And then JP also posted the top 10 products too. There's a graphic that shows the top 10 products. So everything is in there. So I did post that on the lineage page. When did I do that? Yesterday, or did I do that today?
So. We're gonna grab them all.
Yesterday.
We're gonna grab them all and put in this event too, though. I'm gonna make a 7-day event when we get out of here, and we'll try to grab all of those so they're in one spot for everyone too, because we want it easy for us, but I really want it easy for our teams, right? Like I want the rest of our teams to be pushing this last 7 days also. Does that help? Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Oh, good reminder, Shannon. Also, if you pay more than $50 for your vendor event, you get a free pack of catalogs to hand out. So make sure that you fill that form out, Ashley, if you didn't know that. And that's for anyone. Yes. Yeah. It's on TOT. I don't know where. You'll have to probably just put it in the search engine. Type in, what do you think she's got to type in, Shannon? Vendor event? She's looking for you.
One second. I have that information and I'll put it in the chat for now, and then I'll post it later too.
Thank you.
This is only $35, but I have,
done other ones.
Yeah, I've done past vendor events with different company and stuff, and I paid more. So now I'm pushing 31. That's where I'm going towards and stuff like that, and dropping my other one. But I definitely would love the info in case I do spend more than 50. So thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, anybody else have anything else for the 7-day push, or any questions from anything that any of us said so far? Cool. All right, so the other thing, before we get to the dollar enrollment and some things that are all things May, another thing that I want to do kind of this last week, it may run into May, I'm going to kind of wing the dates. Some of you may remember when we did Shoot for the Moon before, we were part of teams. This one's not going to be team oriented, but we did a connected contact contest. Say that like 5 times fast. It's really hard. But basically trying to get as many connected contacts as we possibly can. And I love God's perfect timing because I've been wanting to do this like all of April, and I did the trip, and then it was Easter, and then I was sick and all the things. And now I'm just like, it's okay because we have this dollar enrollment, and now this is a perfect time to do this type of thing. So I am going to turn this into not a team event. I'm going to turn this into basically like a booking blitz would be, only instead of a booking blitz, it's a connected contact contest. I can't believe I keep saying it right. So there's going to be all kinds of winners. I've got Happy Mail ready to go, so I cannot fail you on the Happy Mail with Jackie, my assistant. And we are going to do obviously winners for the top, whoever gets the most connected contacts. I think I'm going to give automatic Happy Mail if you can show me that you got 100 connected contacts, because that's a big deal, right? Like I'm going to do that. We're going to do the most no's. We're going to do the most book parties. We're going to do the most recruits, right? Like all the things basically in this. This is really for us because we're all going to really, really push for it, right? But it's another one of those things I'm going to do as a lineage because with any luck, some of our team members will jump on. And if nothing else, they'll just look at it. I mean, it would be great if they would participate, but sometimes just at least that they're viewing it makes a big deal too. So may the best man win, right? May the odds be ever in your favor. So we're going to I'm going to work really hard to kind of give us some scripts in there even, and some scripts for follow-up, because you all know that first message is not necessarily where the money is at, right? Like it's the follow-up too. So that's going to be a big push that we're going to do also at the end of the month. That's not really going to help us end our April strong, but that's going to set us up for May 1st is my goal, right? Like that if we are really working this next 7 days, our connected contacts really hard, and even just the very beginning of May, if we kind of lap it over into that, because that's how the weekend falls up for success. So any questions on that? There's gonna be lots more details, but does that all sound good at least? Does everybody like the sounds of that and kind of the idea, right? Like how many of you are behind right now and not even close to your 60? Because this girl is like, I'm behind, right? So it's a great way to just be like, yep, we got to get past and let's go past our 60. Okay, so we did that. All right, I think I'm still gonna I'm gonna skip dollar enrollment still just for a second, and I'm gonna talk just a minute about trips and impact, basically incentives that we have going on right now. So things for us still. This week's homework, so this is your call to action besides all of this stuff, right? This is your call to action basically for Shoot for the Moon is, I don't care how you contact me. I don't care if you private message me. I don't care if you Marco Polo me, but we are going to break down your points for whatever you're working for impact, for Los Cabos, for drive to director, for Tammy specifically for sure. And I'm trying to think of anybody else who's close to that. We need to look at it and see. Charlene might be even. There's a couple of you that might have recruits that you might be close to that drive director trip that we need to look at. Basically points, right? And like getting them all into place, looking at where you're going to end at the end of April. Most of these incentives have started in February. So February, March, April, and making a solid plan. What does May need to look like? Because May should be big. May should be so huge for you guys right now. And so let's get the ball rolling so that, because the deal is with May, you guys, especially for those of you that are new, and even just a reminder, if you're not, J months can be hard. And when we were first in COVID, we were seeing J months not be so hard. And now we've been seeing that again. Okay, so J months, January, June, and July, they are just industry-wide, been known for years upon years, months that people are just busy. They're just not partying. There's just reasons. And we want to beat those stats. And we can when you prepare for them, right? So like January, just to give an idea, when you guys are around in the fall, I push hard in October to book January. And how you do that is by all those people. You're going to get tons of people that want to book in November, December, because they want to get Christmas presents and they want to tap into their friend buying Christmas presents from their party, right? But you're also going to get tons of people who are like, I have got Christmas parties. I got 10 Christmas parties between now and December 25th. And I got a school play and I got this and that. And they're like, I am partying. And those are the people that you get on the calendar in January. Okay. So we're going to do the same thing, but it looks a little different. But right now we are going to load May, because May has so much going for us. 31 is literally handing a bunch of stuff on a silver platter, right? They're handing us a $20 bonus at a $500 party again. I know those of us on PAC have asked for that. That is one thing that we have asked, and they have listened. We have asked and asked and asked that the price points of these extra insider exclusives they're doing be enticing, and it's working. People love the $10 deluxe utility tote. I don't think I had anybody that wouldn't take that, right? And I think that $20 price point, again, I think we're going to see everyone taking that. A bag and that blanket thing, like for $20, like seriously, how can you not, right? So we have that. We have the dollar enrollment. And Gresha asked me if you guys all knew, again, this is recorded, you can't repeat it yet, but there is going to be a sale in May also. So it's going to be towards the end of the month. Someone give me 20th, I want to say it starts. Does that sound right, Gresha, or one of my leaders? I can't remember. Anybody?
You talking about the other sale?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I think it's May 20th.
I do too. So you don't really need to know tons of details on that right now, but just know, again, it's going to help your business, right? It's going to help you on Memorial Day weekend. It's going to help you towards the end. So front load your calendar like crazy, because you're trying to get recruits anyways, and you want to get those parties at the beginning of the month, because the more parties you have at the beginning of the month, the more chances you have of getting people to sign up for you, right? With this dollar enrollment. But they're going to give us a little bonus at the end of the month too for that. So we're set up in May, which means you should be able to, if you do play your cards right, to book parties off of parties. And I've had a couple of you, I do want to talk about this. This is the next thing I do want to talk about. How are we doing on time? Doing okay. I do want to talk about bookings off of bookings, because I've had a few of you that are new, and like Lisa, I know we just kind of had a quick little conversation about this today. I would love to hear from those of you that have been around, leader or not. What are you doing to get bookings off of bookings? What games are you playing? What are you offering your hosts? Because I know it might look different than mine. I'll tell you guys really quick. I think most of you pretty much know, but not all of you, because some of you are so new. I'll tell you what I do. So for my hosts, I offer, if they book 3 parties, they get a choice. They get a choice of a mystery bundle for me that I say is worth $70 or more, or they get at those 3 parties, they get $15 gift certificates at each of those parties. So then I'm just giving them the gift of that gift certificate. What I'm doing is obviously gift certificates for those 3, super easy, or in PayPal, Venmoing, whatever's easiest, right? For those parties, the $70 bundle is the choices you have are, it's a mystery bundle from the back office, from our business supplies. You don't earn any PV, but it is a cheap, it's a, you know, again, if she booked 3 parties off of you and shipping and all that, I think it comes to like 30 something. It's worth it, right? Like you're spending 30 something or close to 40. I don't know what it is, but it's in that $45 or less range that you just, either the gift certificate or this. For me personally, just to think about for future for you, when we have an outlet sale, I load up on as much stuff as I can. I actually send it to my virtual assistant, but I used to send it to me, and I load up on stuff that I can make those bundles at my own price point, even cheaper than that sometimes, right? So you do the math and you're like, oh, look at these. They're worth, you know, I'm spending $7 on these and they're worth 20 something, right? And so you do the math and you just kind of load up on some stuff that you can send. The longer you're in it, you're also just going to end up with stuff that you don't need, that could be your little bundle that you're sending them, right? Like you only use this for display, or you have it brand new because you earned it free or whatever, right? Like you just have things to give away. So there's lots of options there. You can do whatever you want. That's just what I do. Now, I coach her a lot about that 3 parties. I put that in her face a lot, and I put it in the party a lot. Then as far as bookings, I'm using one Shannon made right now. I used to love the dice game. I used to love the wheel game, and it just started getting stale for me. So I needed to switch something else up. And so Shannon made one. It's really cute right now. It's just spring, but I have to laugh because I'm curious anybody else using this one. It says in giant words, book a party, pick a price. Giant words on the graphic. And then I have a very small explanation, because we all know they're not going to read it, right? Like they don't read what we type. But I tried to keep it really simple. The amount of people still, when I message them, yay, your party, here's what you get. And they're like, I didn't book a party. And I screenshot that politely and I send it to them. Oh, I'm so sorry. I guess I should read. So I think it's inevitable. I don't think that's ever going to go away. I think that's just the world we live in. We all skim things. We all try to do things. But with that said, I'm not saying what I'm doing is foolproof. And so that's why I would love to hear from everyone who's still using the dice game. What are you doing? Is it working? Is it not working? Are you still seeing problems? All the things. So I'll call on Tammy first, even. Tammy, what are you doing?
Okay. I do for games, I'll do the dice game and I'll get some bookings that way. And then I get most of my bookings though on the 5 questions.
Yes.
That's where I get a lot. That's where I get like last minute sales. And then that's where I get the majority of my bookings though, is the 5 questions.
And I really did on the last party, and I'll be authentic and transparent. I have been stinking at 5 questions and I wasn't doing them consistently. That's why I really wanted to open this conversation up, because I did as well, Tammy, on my last party. But I had an amazing, amazing, amazing host in my last party. Like, I had a guy who legitimately had a $3,000 party. So I didn't want to base my stats off of that party because he was out of this world, right? And so
Right.
I'm very curious. Izzy knows, Izzy signed off of Rex, right? Like, she's smiling, like Izzy's my new Rex star because of Rex. So I didn't want to base it because, like I said, I have been really inconsistent with 5 questions. Shannon is saying she's not getting responses with 5 questions. Tracy, where are you at with bookings and or just 5 questions too?
Did you call my name?
I
You were
did.
breaking up.
Yep,
Okay.
I did.
I do the dice game. I shoot it out and rotate it. I did like Amanda Todd does a pick a prize. It looks like a crane machine kind of thing too. And I'll rotate that out every once in a while if the dice game gets stale. I find that if I play that with hostesses that I haven't had a party with before, I do really well. And then I had a party relatively recently that got 0 sales, but 4 people booked a party because I did the 5 questions.
Okay.
So yeah.
And
but nobody
Tracy,
ordered
because
them.
I know you're so good at going live, do you do anything fun or special about your dice game when you go live? Like, I know you had that mishaps the one time and you did, but do you normally say something? I know, right? But do you normally say something about your dice game in your live?
I do. I do.
Okay, so tell me what you do there.
In my every time I go live, I do it actually. It posts the day that I go live about an hour and a half before I go live, and
the dice game does. So the dice game goes about an hour before you go live.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And then I reference it. I always talk about 3 ways that you can help your hostess. You can shop, you can host a party, you can book a party, or you can join my team. And when I say, well, and so when you shop, you can get the discount, but like I talk about the customer special. Okay.
Yep.
Why in the world, Tracy, would I want to have a party? Well, let me show you. And I talk about all the different things. Like I talk about the free stuff, the half off stuff, the insider exclusives. And then I say, now, if that has your interest peaked, do you think you might want to have a party? You're seeing all this stuff and you're like, oh my gosh, my wish list is too big. Go play that dice game that you saw before I went live. And because if you think you want to book a party, you cannot lose when you play it. And I just remind them, I say right out loud, I'm like, you could win $5 off, free tax, whatever. I don't even know. Like you could win these things. Right. And then I say, but you could also win a party. So if you think you want to have a party, you can't lose playing the game.
Right. Nope. And that sounds just like the way my home party used to be. So thank you for that little tidbit.
I feel like that's because I had one of those big foam dice too that I used to use when I went to in-home parties. Mm-hmm. And I would just give them a big foam dice and they'd chuck it and
and that's all the verbiage I would say. It's exactly like you would say. I would say, if you're going to have a party, like, hello, you can't lose. You're going to win, right? You're going to get all that stuff I just showed you and you're going to win something else, right? Like that's the key verbiage. Is anybody using OneStream? I know Shannon started to. Is anybody else here using OneStream? Okay, it's my homework. So OneStream is for those of us that just don't have time to go live all the time. It's a video that you make like you would on YouTube, but it doesn't look like YouTube. It looks like you're live. OneStream posts for you as a live video. So it's my homework. I was just curious if anybody else is doing it. Because like when I hear live, I always go, yeah, I want to do it. And then the real life of me goes, but you're not gonna. So I love just making videos, and I want to go live sometimes too, but especially like I'm thinking ahead too, like I'm going to be in Italy, I'm going to be doing different things, right? And so, oh, and I do remember Shannon saying you got blocked and you were in jail. It's weird though, because I know so many people use it. So I'm going to look into OneStream again, because I really like what you're saying. I love the idea of posting the dice for an hour, and that like an hour before or whatever, at least just so much time before, and then going live and talking about it. Like that makes so much sense. Okay, thank you for sharing that tidbit. Gresha, yeah, bingo. What are you talking about? I see that in the comments. Shannon said that too. Like, what's your bingo that you were doing? You're muted.
It won't
Fine,
unmute.
there you go. Got it.
Now, I thought I had audio again. I was going into a mild panic. So when I was doing bingo, I was getting 4 and 5 parties from 1 mega party minimum. But it's just, you just drop your graphics into the party. I haven't done it in a while because like you guys, I kind of got bored with doing the same thing.
Right.
But I think I need to bring it back, because when your numbers are dropping, go back to what was working, at least for a little while. But
Yep.
you just drop a graphic into the party, and the graphic says something like, all the guests choose any number between 1 and 25. It's okay if you choose the same numbers. And they drop their numbers right there under the graphic. And then I write them down or print it out. And then you have like a real bingo cage. And I don't know, there's something about that excitement of the spinning, and it really makes it cool, like tink noise. People love it. And so there's like 3 or 4 prizes that they can win. One prize is like a $5 off your order. One prize is, like,
And so to get a number, to get a bingo number, they booked a party though, and they got a number. Yeah,
not
that's
necessarily.
okay.
In the mega parties I was doing, I always say you can win, and then I let the first person that wins choose, and you'd be amazed how often they do choose to book a party and get that Hostess goodie gift bag. And then sometimes they'll just say like, no, I don't want to have a party, I just want the $5 gift certificate, but they have to place an order. So it's still a monetarily based game. It's win-win. You win.
Yeah.
You win.
So place an order, and they got the simple version. Book
Right.
a party, and you were like upgrade basically. Like now
Exactly.
upgrade, and I'm going to give you this. Fun. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, that's a fun booking. Well, and you know, I think the key that Gresha just said is changing and going back sometimes, right? And trying, but at the same time, or trying something new, right? Like it's circulating, and it has to stay fun for us. And sometimes you try new things and it doesn't work, and you're like, I got to go back to what was working, right? Even though it was boring for me, maybe, or I thought it was getting old, it's not for them. So, okay, Shannon, did you have anything to add with bookings? Or anyone else for that matter? I'm picking on leaders right now, but anybody else have anything that they're getting good bookings off of bookings?
No, I'm using the same graphic you are, the one that I sent you that says book a party, pick a prize. That's the one that I'm using. I'm not getting up, but apparently my people are reading it because nobody's commenting. So
well, I'm back to what Tammy said. While I posted that, I got a few hits, and like I said, a couple of them were really like ding dongs, and they keep not reading it. I do see the most bang for my buck with the 5 questions, but I do know, like I said, I had some rock star hosts, so I had people paying attention, and I really worked the 5 questions too. Like I really kept going back and messaging and not being a nuisance, but being like, last chance, you want to play? Like, this is a giveaway still. And I posted, I think I shared the verbiage already with you guys. I know I did, of like posting it again with my, whatever that weird link you can grab that sends them to your messenger, right? So that they know, like, if they're not your friend, to click on that. So, okay. Anybody have any?
One more thing, don't forget to try to rebook your Hostess. Like the dentist office, you know, you don't leave the dentist without scheduling your next cleaning.
Yep.
Book your Hostess again and let her be that third one if she's the third one. I let mine do that all the time.
I do too. Yep. I leave it as like a last resort. Like I don't say it to her right away. Yep. I try to get her to book with me, but when it comes to that last part, absolutely. I always, and even if it's like the dentist, like you said, it's next fall, it's 6 months out, it's the next catalog, it's whatever that looks like. Yes.
That's generally what I do is I'll let them get I'll be like, oh, be one of my first ones in the new catalog,
Yes.
blah, 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 whatever,
Yep.
you know, but that,
Yep.
I think that's key. I think sometimes we forget, we're like, thanks so much for the great party.
Mhm.
See ya. So,
Yep.
rebook.
Okay, what do we got for questions here? I'm trying to back up to, my scroll isn't working very well. Sorry, guys. Hang on a second. Oh. I can't get it to scroll. I even have touch screen and it's not working. I'm stuck. Somebody else, Tracy, someone, can you help me with questions?
What, how far did you see? What's the last one you
Precious
can see up?
bingo was the last thing that I think I had commented on. I want to make sure that I get everybody's questions.
Okay, Rebecca says, I'm still here, I have to go get the grocery order. Okay,
Okay.
so never mind. Can I get, Ashley wants to know, can she get the graphics and directions for bingo, please? So that's possibly Russia question. Maybe Russia, you can
Yep.
share a little bit. Thank you. Where can I get the graphic for book a party and get a prize? So, Rebecca, that one is, Shannon, I don't know if you can share that one. Do you mind sharing your book a party, get a prize? Maybe you can stick it in the shoot for the moon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
mine.
share that, and then the responses, the graphics that you
Perfect.
send with what they picked, I'll share that.
Yep.
Great.
Same with the bingo, Gresha, if you'll kind of give a little breakdown of that too in the shoot for the moon. Yep.
And then Gresha says everything is constantly evolving and changing. Like today, Shannon sent me Project Broadcast, the Squirrel Party. Right? I know. We just have to keep up. It's like keeping up, right? The new ways that we can do things. Ashley said, how do you approach the next booking with the hostess that just had a party? And that's exactly, sorry, that's kind of, I didn't read your question, but that's exactly what I was just talking about is I often will just say, hey, how, you know, great job with your party. You know, I might say, I would love to get you on for the next catalog. Or depending on like when that is, I might say something like, if the next catalog is September, I might say something like, do you want to get a jump start on your holiday shopping in the brand new catalog in September? Something along those lines. Or, you know, I don't know, I might try like October even. Sometimes people want to start all that stuff, but that's kind of sort of how I get started. Okay.
Everybody?
All right. And that's it. And then
Cool.
yeah, of course, actually, it's actually relatively easy. And then thank you. So yeah, absolutely.
Last but not least, I know I kind of touched on it, but one more thing with bookings is don't forget that $20 May Insider exclusive as a huge booking tool for you guys right now too, because it's so not only is it $20, but it's the new summer stuff, right? Like that's the sneak peeks that you can be giving right now. That's how you really want to get. And I think, no, it didn't get shared yet. No, my leaders would have seen that. The $700. So someone made a graphic. You can do whatever you want, but I know someone, I'm going to make a post of this to put this in the 7-day push. You can do whatever you want, but I know a friend of mine made a graphic that if they had a $700 party, she's given them that $20. So she pushed it. She didn't just say a $500. She pushed it a little further. If you get a $700, she's going to give you the $20 free. I think again,
I made
that's
those
great.
graphics.
Okay.
I remade those. Those are the ones I was saying I made for
Perfect.
bookings for May. So I got the
Perfect.
2 different bundles of this and that, 2 different this and that bundles, and then if they comment on them, you can message them the other graphics.
Perfect.
If they book a party, you can get the bundle for free, or with the $500 party, you pay $20.
Love it. Thank you, Shannon. So you're going to share that one also, right?
I'll
You
share
said,
those graphics.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So one last thing before we get to that exciting dollar enrollment. And this is something that I really actually want you guys to vote on. And that is, we're long overdue for a fundraiser item where we are rallying together as a lineage. And examples are chemo care bags, foster care bags. It's teacher, we're kind of getting almost too late, but not too late for teacher appreciation, nurse appreciation. Another thing we've done, just to give you guys an example, those of you that haven't been around, that we do is Christmas time, we've been doing senior citizens. We started it a couple years ago. We were able to literally get like a few hundred across the US and like 200 or 300, some crazy number here locally. Like every senior citizen in Shiawassee County got a little carry-out caddy with some goodies in it. So it's really fun, win-win, feel good to do together as a team, that we're just long overdue. And I think it also will just, I'm hoping, wake up some of those people on our teams that aren't doing anything, right? Because this is going to be something that some of them are just like, oh yeah, I want to do that, right? So like I said, May is nurse and teacher, but we really should have been doing it in April, to be honest, to not be too late on those. But I'm open for voting. So if you would, I think at this point, just put in the comments, which one of the ones that I just listed, foster care, chemo care, teachers, nurses. I feel like there's one more big one that we're missing. Is there another big one that I'm missing? It's not domestic
mental
violence.
health awareness
Is
May.
mental health awareness, is that this month or is that a fall?
It's in May.
It's
Yeah.
in May. Okay, so something with mental health, absolutely. Tell me your favorite. Tell me what you want to lean towards that we can do. We need to just pick one. We'll do more. So if yours doesn't get picked, we need to get on a schedule where we're doing these every couple months or at least quarterly again. And that's my fault that we kind of just dropped the ball. So as leaders, let's hold each other accountable and make sure this is happening every quarter too. Can we focus on that? So I thought I would add that because like I said, it's ideally we want people booking parties, but I do think that this is just a win-win give back. This is again, another way that you're going to be able to get your own free product, Ashley, who is needing it, or do a mystery host bonus with it, or just get more of those bags with your free items. You get to choose, right? So it will be a party for you also. So start thinking how you want to do that also. All right, so I'm gonna let you guys vote on that and I'm gonna keep moving forward and just kind of keep talking and then I'll come back and look at those. Okay, so here is where we are at with what I'm doing / your upline doing / what our leaders have kind of talked about already with this dollar enrollment. So JP, she's actually our SED right now, but she's been our NED forever. She'll always be our NED to me. She is actually going to be doing a Monday opportunity event for our entire lineage, which is amazing. So I know we've had like our Think 31 events. I always like to put this in like the latest version I can possible. I'm not knocking 31. I think it's great that they offer them and it's great that they do them. But for me, I don't ever send people there. I think it's really impersonal. I never know what it's going to be. And I like consistency and I like control, right? Like, let's just be honest. So that's why we have the Is 31 for You group. So how I'm visualizing this though, because what she is focusing on, she is going to every Monday be doing an hour-long Zoom. And because it's $1 to sign up and it's a free website, she is legitimately focusing on like getting your phone out, whatever you're on right now, like you're signing up right now, right? And I'm here to help you. Like I'm telling you what you get, but I'm also like, all right, and now we're going to book 3 parties and we're going to get your Franks list going. Like she's going to make it like very Q&A still, but also like really trying to get them to just do it. So I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm going to utilize her resources for sure. So how I'm seeing it is that our Is 31 for You for the month of May, I won't be holding events in there, meaning all of the things that are in there right now are just going to live there like they kind of do sometimes now anyways. So you will always send your people there because it's going to answer all of their questions. If you've not heard me say these keywords, write them down. My keywords I always say to people about this group is that it's pressure free. People love hearing that and it's the truth, right? Like, and I always, if I use a voice recording, which I try to often, I flat out say to them, I promise, like I literally pledge to you and promise you it's pressure free because I don't want you wasting my time and I don't want to waste your time. Like, let's be honest, me trying to pressure you do something you don't want to do, that's just wasting all of our time. There's no fun in that. I'm not here to do that. That's icky. I literally, those are the words I say. And the other words I use for it is that it's going to answer all of your questions. And then you're going to see if it's a good fit for you. Okay. So those are the key things. Pressure free, answer all of your questions, see if it's a good fit for you. And so our group, you're going to want to use those words, and JP's Monday call, you're going to want to use those words, right? So while she's going to be trying to get them to sign up for $1, she can't make them. There's no gun being held to their head through Zoom, right? Like they can get off. They don't have to sign up for $1. Nobody's still making them. I realize that's going to be her emphasis, but she's not going to pressure them either. She's not like that. She's not icky. So because you guys are in the know, I cannot stress enough, you cannot flat out share my graphics. You cannot flat out share this in the open, okay? As leaders, we are not supposed to be telling you this right now, but I want us to have the biggest May 1st we could possibly have. I want to set you up for success. So with that said, I am going to have an opportunity event or two this week, okay? I'm leaning towards a couple of dates, which again, I'm going to have you guys vote on in a minute. I'll give you my rhyme or reason, what I'm leaning on, and then I'm going to let you guys pick. So we're going to use that opportunity event that I use. I'm going to pull them all out of there, and we're just going to plop those in there, and I'm going to go live, and I'm going to talk about the dollar and how it all works, right? So I'm not going to show them graphics because again, I don't want to get in trouble that Danielle shared graphics. Somebody shares the video, so be it. But graphics is a huge no-no, right? Like I can't show screenshots of a video that I'm not supposed to be showing. But I'm just going to explain May 1st what's happening. And we're going to be really close to May 1st. We're going to be so close that it's probably actually going to be okay that Danielle goes live, because I think they're announcing it to the field on like the 29th or the 30th of this month, something like that. We're going to be close to that date by the time I'm actually doing something in this group and really explaining that. Okay, so that's JP's version. Voting wise, let me grab my calendar and look. What I want you guys to vote on and what I want you to think about is, first of all, do you want 2 or 1? If we do 2, I'm leaning towards Wednesday or Thursday, and then again, Friday or Saturday, keeping in mind May 1st is actually Sunday. And then also keeping in mind, I'm pretty sure May 2nd, JP is doing a call. So my school of thought on Fridays and Saturday is that Friday and Sunday are actually better days, but May 1st is really, I'm not against May 1st, it's a Sunday, but that's really close to JP's on Sunday. So it seems redundant. Saturday is the 30th and sounds like a great day in theory because woohoo, then they can sign the next day. But Saturdays of the weekend is the day that I least get them to show up. I get them to show up usually on Friday and Sunday, and Saturdays just lands in the middle and I don't. So I'm not against it. Again, I'm just giving you like what I see and where I'm also like, I don't know what to pick. That's why I'm letting you guys kind of pick. So I'd love to hear your feedback on that in the comments. I'm really open. I'm open to 2. I'm open to 1. I'm open to whatever dates you guys kind of think. Let's just kind of talk that out. And while you guys are commenting about that, I'm now going to go back and see where we voted for the other. And then I do have a few more things with the dollar that I want to talk about still. And I say I'm going to scroll and it's not. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's going. Actually, can I get someone else to tally them? Can I get someone else to volunteer to tally where we landed, what we should pick? And then so that I can just keep talking and we can keep moving and I can get more people to talk. Okay, so the other thing, let's see, looking. Okay, so you can do teasers. So like, I know I've been talking with Izzy and Ashley and Lisa a little bit about this in their group, their Shoot for the Moon little group that we have. I don't think there's any reason that you can't say things like, if you could sign up for $1, would you? Right? Like you can start, because you're going to be able to then pull those conversations to Messenger. Just don't blast it that this is what 31 is doing, right? Keep it mysterious, just like you would those May type of posts that you're making, right? Just very vague so that you can get them to come to Messenger and chat about it. You can definitely message all of your warm leads that you've had over the past couple of months, right? Great hosts that you've had. This is where Messenger, you can really start getting going on those 100 connected contacts basically and get the word out. So the other thing that Tracy and I were just talking about, because it was just at her house for a hot minute, that I'm really challenging you all to do, like I can't say it enough, is that truly explaining this to people is going to have to be a video or voice recordings. Okay. The graphics that I sent you, even if we turn those into graphics for them, Not only is it hard to understand, but this 100% when we do this dollar becomes too good to be true. Their mind shuts down and just goes, nope, nothing's free. Nothing's a dollar. None of this is true. And they don't even listen to you and they don't even understand it. Okay. Instead, you need to, again, be vague and say to people, especially these ones right now that have thought about it before, you need to be vague and you need to say, I just got word that we are, and use a voice recorder maybe with this one. We are literally doing the biggest thing that 31 has ever done. I can't even explain it to you easily in a voice recorder. I need you to see me. Can I send you a 5-minute video explaining how you literally can sign up for $1 and get a free kit and get lots of other free product and still make a couple $100, right? Like something like that, okay? Because they're not. It's just like right now, Shannon and Tracy and I and some other leaders who got the trip, we have a free kit to give away and I can't give it away to save my freaking life right now. And it is not because I can't get recruits. It's because they don't believe it. Okay. When we hear free, we go, when we hear discount, we go, yay, what do I got to do? What do I got to do to get a discount? What do I got to do to get it 70% off? It's just a weird mind thing. And especially people who have done direct sales or not done direct sales, they have ideas in their head. They've either done it already and they're like, I didn't make money. I didn't do good. I didn't do this. Or they see direct sales people and they think, oh, they don't make money. They just talk all the talk. They're spending all their money on their product and they think all the things they think. So while we know this is truly the biggest incentive and it's like, oh my gosh, we should have 1 million people joining, I do want you to set up with this mindset that it's not going to be as easy as we think it is, okay? But it can be if you are telling your story. And that's the other part once we launch the dollar, that you have to physically tell and go live and make videos and tell your story over and over again the month of May, exactly numbers. What was your launch party? How much money did you make? How much free product did you get? If you had this opportunity, what kit would you have earned? They need to hear what you did. And then in turn, I'm going to make a post in the Shoot for the Moon. We all have to share our story so that we can legitimately also say, I'm in a group with 21 people and they all did this. They all did X, Y, and Z, right? Like this isn't just me. And you can even start to be able to say, hopefully by now everyone has commented on the one that talks about yourself. You can pull Izzy's and I'm just pulling you for example to the first person I looked at, right? Like you can pull Izzy's and you can be like, she just joined in April and she has a brand new baby and a part-time job and she did X, X, and X, right? And you can pull Shannon's and you can go, she joined this many years ago, but she quit her job and she's working in a semi and she did X, 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 and X, right? Like you've got to pick those stories so that they see real people. They want to see you first and foremost, but they also want to hear other stories. And I can't stress enough that like, you can't repeat this enough in May. Like you cannot, you've got to be Tracy and you've got to legitimately go live every week. And every week in that story and every week in that live, you got to be telling the story again and again. And you got to just say, I know I said this last week, but I can't stress it enough. And oh my gosh, these people just joined and I already see them. They've already gotten their free kit, right? Like we have got to share those successes with each other like crazy. When your new girls launch right away in May, we have all got to be sharing, oh my gosh, so-and-so's already, you got to be looking at those stats in your team pages and the lineage page, right? Like you got to be paying attention. This many people just successfully did it. There's still 3 weeks left. There's still 2 weeks left, right? Like there's still time for you. So videos, voice recordings. I'll get back to questions there in a minute. I got some other fun stuff up my sleeve, just so you know. I'm working with literally the top of the company. We're all making some sponsoring videos, like why to sponsor, because the next thing, I have a video that I'm going to send you guys all. It's 8 minutes after this because we're getting past time. I was going to maybe watch it in here, but we're running past time. I have this really great video from another CEO/founder of another direct sales company. And I'm going to be basing a lot of things off of this. So we'll talk a little bit more about this soon. Maybe I'll go live and Shoot for the Moon later this week. But one of the things that you want to think about is we want more Izzy's and Lisa's. Okay. And Izzy and Lisa, for those of you that don't know, just joined me. Like 30, Izzy's less than 30 days. Lisa just hit your 30 days. Just hit your 30 some days, something like that. They're recruiting. Okay. They're all about the AMP. They're here in this group, right? And do you know why they're in this group? It's really simple. Because they were coachable and I asked them. Like, it's, I mean, and they're amazing. Like they're doing great, right? Like that's all it takes. Charlene's another one in here. She's in this group, same way, right? Like, and I know there's more of you that was you, right? Back, Rebecca, that was you a few months ago, right? Like, so this is one of those things that we have got to be on top of our game, that you got to be thinking about the big picture as a leader. You have got to make sure that your new girls know they can sign someone up for $1, right? Like that, what can they get? And that whether they want a team or not, it's building your team. Okay. They're not going to be your Pikas, just a reminder, but they're still gonna be part of your team. And who knows, they might be your next Izzy and Lisa and Rebecca and Shar, right? Like they still may be. You're going to be a director and you're going to already have 1 or 2 directors ready to go underneath you. Boom, you got another promotion, right? Like that's the big picture. That's amazing. So you want this ball to roll. And that is why I feel passionate about us having like these big goals for May 1st. So I am really going to go back to the comments, but I'm going to have you guys comment on one more thing for May 1st. I don't know this number. I tried to ask Brescia and our other directors. We kind of chatted about it. I wish I did. I wish I had tracked it. I wish I could remember and know, because I have no way of looking this up. What are the most recruits we've ever had in one day? I've never pushed anything like this. We've had great incentives, but I've never pushed like, oh my gosh, this day, May 1st, right? Like we are going to hit this so hard. I'm just going to say 10. I don't think we've even had 10. I'm going to say 10 is our number that we have to beat. But honestly, there's 17 of us in this group and there's a few other people that I know are trying. I would love to see us have 31 new people on May 1st. Like that's our goal, but I can't pick that number without it being real. So I want you to comment in the comments, how many new recruits do you want on May 1st? What is your goal between now and May 1st of how many new dollar enrollments do you want to have? With that said, I'm going to hit these comments, see where we're at. Maybe I am. Tracy, I might be picking on you again. I'm picking on you, Tracy. Did anybody tally for me? Can you go to the chat? Did anybody tally what our vote is? What are we doing? And then also give me a rundown of what you think the days are. Let's make our best guess.
Tammy tallied up the fundraiser stuff.
Perfect.
So it looks like foster kids won.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Great. Absolutely.
Yeah. Last time we did foster kids, just so you know, obviously I know you're not all in our county, you're all over the place, but I know here in Shiawassee County, we had it so that basically every foster kid for a year was going to get a free bag from us. And for those of you that don't know, like the big push with foster care kids is that majority of them, when they go from home to home or from foster care to a foster family, they have a garbage bag with their stuff in it. And so even if it's a cinch sack, whatever that looks like, whatever we figure out that we're going to do as their bag, which a lot of times we've done a cinch sack, and then we've done some like toiletry items and some other things that they can kind of call their own. Like we've rounded up dentists and different things that we'll donate to kind of put some like necessities in there, because that helps the foster family too. Because most time, when people are fostering, it's also, it's hard for them to foster also, but ownership of just having their own bag instead of a garbage bag is like, it's huge. So that's a cool thing we're doing with foster. Okay. And then days, can you kind of get an idea? What do you think it looks like? What's everybody voting on for the days?
It looks like Wednesday, Friday, or Wednesday, go live on the 30th. What's the 30th? That's Saturday. Wednesday, Friday, Wednesday, Friday, Wednesday. So I think you couldn't go wrong if you picked Wednesday or Friday. But it looks like more people are saying both Wednesday and Friday.
Let's do it then. If you guys are going to do your 100 contact, if I can get hands up, Scouts honor, that you're all going to push your 100 contacts this week, I will do Wednesday, Friday. I'm all about doing 2 if you guys are going to put the work in. Yeah? Yep. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. Wednesday, Friday it is then. I don't want to do it if it's like, one is one. I don't mind if one is bigger than the other, but I don't want one to be really huge and the other one to be a waste of time. Right. But Wednesday, Friday sounds great to me. Okay. So Wednesday, Friday is our opportunity event. Anything else in the messages that you can see that anybody had questions? Okay.
There was one that said, could I say something about if you would join for less than a cup of coffee? If you could join for less.
Absolutely. Yeah. You can do any of those creative ones. What's the
I
last
love that.
What's the last thing you spent $1 on, right? Like
Yep.
any of those big ones. Absolutely. Just don't come out and say yet on your customer page that there's $1 enrollment. Take that to Messenger, but anything you can come up with that you can hit and tease, and share those in our Messenger group too. Don't plant those in the Shoot for the Moon group. I have a couple other leaders in there. They know I'm going early, but I just don't need it publicly, right? Like I just don't need someone to be yucky still and screenshot and send it on us. So if you've got some great posts like that with engagement or ideas, share those in your Messenger groups, and then I'll share them amongst the 3 Messenger groups. So just so you know, within Shoot for the Moon, right now there are 3. I think there's soon to be 4 because Tammy's got a couple girls that are going to get a late start. Oh, which is another great discussion. Really quick. I know I'm kind of bouncing squirrely here, but that made me realize at any time that you think somebody wants to join Shoot for the Moon, they absolutely can. We will get them on their own pace. Okay. So like Tammy has 2 new girls right now that I just said to her, I was like, don't you think they'd be great for it? And so they're watching that first introduction video. They know the dates are off, but they know that what the commitment's going to be. I'm going to start a new little Messenger group for them, and they're going to stay on their own little path. They're going to know what weeks they're supposed to be on what, right? So back to what I was saying with you guys, there's 3 groups that I have also. So Gresha had a decent sized group. She had her own 3. So she's got her own group as well, alone, because she's got 3 rock stars. I had 3 girls that are really pushing. So I have my own group, but I have some other girls who still wanted to be in the group, but I knew that they weren't like really, really pushing their goals. So they are in with those people that have singles. So I think Tracy, I think you actually lost one. Tracy, you don't have anybody in the group right now, do you? No, that's okay. She has herself. And Shannon has one in the group, and Jessica has one in the group, and all of that. Tammy's in that group. So just so you know, when something big is shared in one of those Messenger groups, I share it with the other group, right? Like if you guys have some amazing idea, I was like, oh my gosh, look what they talked about over here. So that's a perfect place to share any of those dollar type fun, sneaky posts that you guys are doing. I got more stuff to say about $1 enrollment, but I'm not gonna, we're over right now. I think we've done enough. I don't need to brain crazy, and I'm still brain dumping myself and talking with accountability groups, and JP and I are actually chatting tomorrow about something really big. So I'll keep you guys posted on how that comes out. We're trying to think big. I'll give you just a little sneak idea. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen other companies give away things really big when people join and they onboard. They give away literally like the Dyson hair dryer and the AirPods and like a bunch of things. Has anybody ever seen that? Has anybody ever been invited or seen where like an onboarding does something really big like that? Anybody been part of that even? Yeah, no, or seen it? Okay. Well, how they make it happen is leaders join together. So more than just our team, they pool their money together so that they can give away these really big things for people that join. So aside of me just doing giveaways, I'm really leaning towards this. JP and I, you'll see it in this video I'm going to send you, this 8-minute video that I told you guys I'm going to send for you guys to watch. Also, he touches on it and that sort of thing. He's really big on the 100 connected contacts. And then as a team doing some giant giveaways and just really creating FOMO and really creating fun. Like if you're part of this group where there are literally hundreds of people in this group and half of them are signing up, and people are winning prizes, like FOMO happens, right? Like, especially when you start to realize it's real and you can sign up for $1, and then we all start, hello, and we all start posting success stories, right? Too. This is where we have to be really good about like posting. They just hit this amp, they just hit that, they just earned this free kit. So JP and I are going to chat about that more tomorrow, but just kind of stay tuned because it's another fun thing. And then another thing to stay tuned with is this elite group that I was talking to you guys about that is literally like people from PAC, people from top 10. My girlfriend and I pulled together literally who we think is like the best recruiting. We're all making sponsoring videos, and they're not going to be huge tools for you guys, because you guys see the power of like why to sponsor, but there's going to be some nuggets in them still too, right? Because it's always great when you hear from people besides just me or Tracy or Shannon, right? When you hear ideas and tips from other people. Right now we're sitting at least 10 videos. They're going to be 10 minutes. We're all saying that can be no longer than 10 minutes. So, but those are going to be great for you new people too, right? So these are going to be great for as you get new people, as you have team members, like why should they be sponsoring? Why should they take the time to do this? Why would it matter? How do I do it? All of that kind of stuff too. So stay tuned, because we're working on those this week. Any other questions around the dollar enrollment or just anything else? Are you guys excited? Are you excited about this dollar enrollment? Like, I can't say, and like, I know that there's been incentives and, you know, as leaders, we're like, this is the best we've ever had, but like, no, seriously, this is the best. Like, this is like Tracy and I were just talking, like, this is truly sounds like it's too good to be true. And it's really the truth. Like, we have never offered free subscription. Even when you sign for $1, we always have to say, much, you're going to have to pay $16.95. We've always had to say that, right? We have never offered this free kit thing, like on top of it. Like the AMP program is already amazing. When she joins for $1, it was already amazing just to say, you're going to get your AMP. We're going to get you the biggest party. You're going to be the insider. You're going to get the rewards from your insider, and you're going to make the paycheck. Like that's Izzy and Lisa and Charlene and all of you guys that just started, right? Like you just got spoiled. You've earned a ton of free stuff, but you bought your kit. It wasn't $1. Like you're not going to, like my wording is always like, let's get you your money back on your kit, right? Like, let's at least earn whatever you've got to earn. Let's times that $99 kit times 4. Let's make sure you have a $400 party to earn it for free. Like, no, you're still going to get that $100 paycheck and the kit. Like, we have never, ever, 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 ever had anything like this. Like I can promise you, in all of 31's history, you can truthfully say this has never been offered before. This has never, ever been like this. So, okay. Anything else besides what we talked about? Any questions? Anything pressing? Anything anybody's just dying to share? No? Okay. Next Sunday. It's good, right? That's May 1st. That's the day we want to be celebrating. Hopefully we have all these new recruits, right? Same time, same place next Sunday. Hopefully we are coming to the table and we're all like, oh my gosh, I got this many recruits, right? I got my 100 connected contacts. I got 150. I got 200, right? I'm dreaming, but who knows, right? Okay, last but not least, tally up. Can someone tally up? Who answered? I need everybody's answers. I need someone to actually give me the answers. I got to write them down. I want to hold you to how many do you want on May 1st? Can somebody say them out loud? Tracy, will you tell me?
Well, I want 3, but yes. Okay. So Izzy wants 3.
Okay.
Charlene wants 2.
Okay.
Rebecca wants 4.
Okay.
Tammy Brinker wants 2.
Okay.
I said 3. Lisa would like 2.
Okay.
Shannon's got big dreams. She said, I would really like 10, but 4 to 5 is probably more realistic.
No,
but she
said
10. 4 or 5.
Game on, Shannon. I want 10. That's my number. I want to. So let's do it. Game on, girl. Let's do it.
Kim would like 3.
Okay.
Ashley would like 3.
Okay.
And Gresha wants 3.
Okay. And that's everybody that was here, right? Did anybody leave us? I know, I feel bad. I was going to do like a roll call at the beginning and I didn't. Okay. I think that's everybody that's been here. Okay. Those are good numbers. And those are what I was hoping I was going to hear. I love it. I was hoping. So last but not least, what I want to remind you of, and I want you to think about, is May goals. So you got 2 call to actions and we are done. So the call to action that I already gave you is that we've got to sit down one-on-one and go through your points. What's going to get you on these trips? What's going to get you some of the impact levels that you want? Let's get these goals going for that. May goals. I'm saying I want you to double up, but it's actually quadruple up. So I want you to double up what you normally would want. If you are normally saying, I want 4 recruits in May, that's your normal, okay? Then I want you to double up and say, I want 8, okay? But it's a mind game. And even though they're signing up for $1, and even though they're getting all of this free stuff and all this amazing stuff, I want you to quadruple up, because 1 in 4 of them are actually going to do something. Okay. So I want you to shoot for the moon, knowing if you get 4, like your original goal, hooray. But if you times it by 4 and you say 16 and you get close to 10, hot freaking dog, right? Like, I want you to really, really push, because for $1, you are going to get people who have big dreams and then they ghost you. You're going to get Jasmine's. That's Lisa's girl right now. She's not the only one. There's more than just Jasmine out there. We all have those people who sign and we think, oh, girl, yeah, she's going to do this. I can tell. She's got dreams. She's got goals. And then all of a sudden you're like, where'd she go? Right? We're going to get those still. We're going to get more than we normally do, to be honest, because it's really easy to sign up for $1. That's just it too. It is super easy. So you're going to get girls that sign up for $1, and then the next thing you know, they're MIA and they're in the protective services, and they are not nowhere to be found again. Okay. I see Tammy laughing, but it's true. We're like ready to call the popo on them. Seriously. Like, where did they go? Okay. So I want you to push your goals as like a non-negotiable double up. Let's do it. But then, you actually have to quadruple that original goal or double that second goal, however you're going to look at it, and really push hard. And I want you to also think about what level you want. So like, if by the end of May, I want to be senior consultant, quadruple it. You have to recruit 4. You are not going to be a senior consultant by having 1 new recruit. Like, yay to you if you are, hallelujah, but that's not going to happen month over month. So if you want to be a lead consultant, if your goal is to be a lead consultant, which everybody in this group had told me it was, and if you have no PICAs right now, 0 zilch, not a none, and you need those 2, you have to have 8 recruits to get those 2 PICAs, non-negotiable, and you got to have them fast. They can't be joining May 20th and you think you're going to get your PICAs by the end of May, right? Like, that's not going to happen. If your goal is director and you need 4, quadruple it up. You need 16. Okay. You do you. I'm not setting those for you. I'm cool with whatever you do, but I don't want you boo-hooing at the end of May that you're like, I'm still not a senior consultant. And I look at your stats and I'm like, yeah, you recruited 2. What'd you think? Right? You see what I'm saying? I'm being real. Okay. I love that Tammy's laughing at me. Okay. Before we leave, those are your call to action. So I want you to message me your May goals. I want you to like how I just broke that down. I want you to tell me what you're going to do for May. And you all know, to get those recruits, you got to be partying hard too. So you got to double up those parties, because you got to be in front of more people. You're going to message all those 100 contacts you got right now, and that well's not going to be as full as you want it to be. That well's going to be fairly dry. They're not all going to jump on board. You got to get in front of those new people. You got to be partying to get more, and you got to party soon. You got to front load the front of the month. Tracy, one last call. Is there anything left in the messages that I'm missing?
Shannon, what is your 40? She's roaring about it, whatever it is.
What
so
is
you're gonna
it?
get 40? Are you getting 40 in May?
She knows she wants
we have to quadruple it.
She does. No, and I'm serious. You do, Shannon, because
So
Shannon
you, 'cause
wants.
you said 10 also.
She has said, well, game on, Shannon. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. Now I'm getting real crazy. Yeah, because I want 10 PICAs. Yes, Shannon, yes. Game on, girl. We're doing this. I'm pulling out my little poster boards. I'm pulling out my arts and crafts, and I'm getting 40. I'll be taking that poster board in my suitcase to Italy. I took
You're
it to
gonna be
Alabama.
partying in Italy.
I took it to Alabama. Don't think I won't.
Didn't you make it in Alabama?
I did. I took the arts and crafts supplies to Alabama and made my freaking poster boards in Alabama. Yes, I was poster boarding for Tammy and Jessica, and I had diamonds and hearts and all kinds of shit going on. All right. Okay, we got this, ladies. Thank you for this call. And week 4 is dropping tomorrow. Don't panic if you're behind, but also get your booty on. There's no penalties. As long as you're moving forward, I'm cool with it. Just don't go backwards, right? Don't wait another week and be like, oh my gosh, I did no training this week. Okay. Oh, this isn't 100%. Can I get a show of hands on this one? I'd like to vote this one out too. We are supposed to do bookings in week 4. But with all things on kind of where we're at right now, recruiting is supposed to be week 5. can I flip them and do week 5 is recruiting right now and week 4? Can I flip those? I'm seeing some heads. Can I get some thumbs up? Does everybody seem okay with that? We can focus on recruiting right now. Okay. We're kind of sliding down the mountain if we do that, right? Like it's inevitable. You guys know the routine. Hopefully you're going to get some parties if you're starting with the dollar enrollment first, right? So I'm going to do recruiting this week then, because you guys all agree. I'm going to do week 5 is going to get posted this week. I'll relabel it so people aren't confused. I'll just I'll switch around what I'm doing. I'll just switch my files around and do that accordingly. So, okay. All right. I swear, hour and a half. I'm shutting up. We out. Bye, you guys.